San Diego, California is where we're going to start. Shell is on the line. Is that Shell? I said that right? Okay. Shell, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, how are you? This is Shell.
Hi, how are you? I'm living the dream. What's going on?
Awesome. So I have a question for you. I'm currently working in the hospitality industry, and I just recently found my dream job and decided what I wanted to do. And my current job is definitely not related to what I'm doing or what I want to do in the future. And
which is what?
Honestly, I want to be a financial coach. I'm with Dave Ramsey's financial coach master training program right now.
Sure, good.
And to be honest, I'm very miserable at work. Yep. I feel like I'm set up for failure. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm getting spread thin, and I don't really feel appreciated at work.
Okay.
So my question is, I don't know if I should be patient until I find a job that will help me get started with my dream job, maybe even possibly ask for a raise, or if I should just leave my job as soon as possible and find whatever I can until I can find a job that can help me get started.
Yeah. Okay. How much do you make right now, financially?
I made $14 an hour. I was hired for full-time, but currently with COVID, I'm definitely not getting the full-time. Mm-hmm. And then I also very recently learned that the new employees that were hired for the same position were getting paid more.
Yeah. I get it.
And I was also under the impression that I would be getting a raise on top of the raise I would get due to minimum wage going up, but never really. Everything's been kind of swept under the rug.
Yeah, I get it. It's not a healthy place for you because of all of those things, and you're a human being, and it's hard not to feel undervalued. Let's just use one term that wraps up all of that stuff. So the question is, when you say, so option A is you stay there and be patient until you get this financial coaching business up and running. Option B is you leave and let's get 40 hours a week at least, making at least $14 an hour. And on the surface, I like that option. Now the question becomes, is there a C where so that's my B. C would be, you're saying, Ken, do I leave and move into a job that puts me on the path to my dream job? What would that be? What job are you referring to, or type of job that would get you set up and give you valuable experience and get you some skills that would make you a better financial coach? Do you have something in mind, or were you just kind of saying that in general?
Yeah, I've been applying here and there. I'm not very picky at this point because I'm realizing that's very hard to find a job at the moment. I originally get myself a deadline of January, February for me to find a new job. Yep. I'm hoping to maybe apply more into like administrative side where I know.
What I think?
I learned how the business is working.
Here's the deal. You're going to have to grow this financial coaching business, and you're in the best training program in the world. Our financial coach master training is great. It's going to teach you how to build your business as well. But that is a one-to-one. You got to build it one happy client at a time. It's going to take time. So I want you to steel yourself. I'm sure they've told you this, that you can go out and build it and grow it and do very well, but you're going to have to build it on the side. So I think the mindset now is, let's go get 40 hours a week, because you're not getting 40 right now. And so let's stay where you are until you find a 40-hour a week job making 14 or more an hour. And maybe it's 2 part-time jobs to equal the one, which is fine. Because right now I want you just making some more money and feeling good about yourself. And I think you coming from the hospitality industry, I love the idea of the admin assistant work, because, you serve people, you're just good at it. You've got a great background. And so I think you're wide open to things, maybe even food delivery or something like that, where you can hustle and learn and grow and be listening to audiobooks while you're driving around. I just think there's a lot of options for you. And I think for you, you're going, what are the industries that are hopping despite COVID? And I think you look for opportunities there because it's just a day job. And so there's no shame in your game. And it gets your juices going again. You feel like, hey, I'm making more money now because I'm working 40 hours and I am moving towards the dream. I like that option, but I would not leave the hotel. You didn't even tell me. I would not leave the hospitality industry until you've got that day job secured. But I think if you do that, it's just going to give you some great juice. And you know what? You need to get out of that environment. There's no redeeming that. It makes you feel crappy about yourself, which, by the way, I don't want you to buy that lie. Those other people that have come in, Shell, they're not worth more than you. Do you hear me? They're not better than you either. Okay?
I needed to hear that.
I know.
I really did.
I know. But listen, just because you're in a situation with poor leadership and poor management, you cannot let this current situation become your sentence. It's your situation, not your sentence. You are not sentenced to a life of crappy work and feeling and being treated undervalued. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. You believe that today, Shell?
I do.
Good, because it's the truth. Get your chin up. And let's get a little chip on our shoulder. I don't know how old you are. Joe, I'm realizing that at 46, I'm increasingly older than a lot of people, and I've got a lot of my phrasing that I use, and I go, do people even know what that means? So, Shell, I must ask, do you know what that means to get a chip on your shoulder? Do you know what that means?
Actually, no.
I didn't think so. I knew it, Joe. How did I know? All right, now listen, Shell, what that means is it's kind of, I needed to go do the backstory and learn this so I can explain it better, but the idea is it comes from, if I put let's just say I put a wood chip up on my shoulder and I say, go ahead, Shell, knock it off. Just, I dare you to knock that chip off my shoulder and see what happens. It kind of comes from that idea. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Kind of? Okay, here's what it means. I want you to get motivated to show those people that you're working for right now how valuable you are. Now, we're not going to be spiteful. You're not going to send them nasty letters and emails and texts when you leave. You're not going to send them all these photos of you winning big in life and go, see, you idiots, you didn't know how great I was. We're not going to do that, but we are going to use them as motivation to prove them wrong, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what I want you to do. Get a chip on your shoulder and go show the world how valuable you are. You hear me?
Yes.
There we go. She's back, folks. Don't mess with Shell. She's on fire, ready to go. I'm really proud of you, Shell. 844-747-2577. Hey, folks, I'm just going to say this. I'm looking right at somebody right now. I'm looking right into your soul. Look at me. Those of you who feel undervalued, you feel like you don't matter. You feel like nobody appreciates you. You feel like you've been mistreated. Look at me right now. Look at me right in the eye. If you need to call me just to hear me tell you that you are valuable, that you do matter, and that you do have what it takes, then call me. I don't always have to give decision advice and career advice. If you just need somebody to talk to, somebody who does love you, who does value you, who does believe in you, and will shoot you straight, kind of shake you up and get that smile back on your face and a little spring in your step, I'm waiting for you right now. Call me.